Good evening, everyone. All right, we're back together. I'm doing evening makeup and getting ready to go to a dinner. And my vibe this evening is gonna be a little rock and roll. I'm wearing a strapless jumpsuit with a 1990s Mugler jacket. So it's definitely got a rock and roll vibe. I'm wearing cuffs with it as well. So I am going to, it's ladylike, but it definitely has a little edge. And I'm going to be carrying one of my vintage handbags, which will be fun. But what I'm going to do is I really want my skin to show. So I'm just putting on a little bit of a product that's going to kind of blur some lines a little bit. But the real star of the show for the skin is going to be the skin, which is exciting. So we're going to keep it really sheer. I'm not putting on foundation. I find that I don't like wearing foundation at night. Hi, Sansuchi. I don't like wearing foundation at night at all anymore. I think it's much more youthful and much more cool to show your skin. This whole what is your evening foundation? What is your evening finish going to be like? It feels to me, at least right now, at this phase in my life, a little overdone. And I'm all about keeping it fresh. It just feels cooler. Again, it's, kind of that European vibe, if you will. And that's one of the things. When I lived in Europe, women just didn't do nearly as much. And they always looked so chic and effortless and like they weren't trying too hard. And that's a trap that I find that we fall into here. So one of the first things that I'm doing is I'm just doing the inner part of my eye socket. And then I'm going to do a little bit right here. I'm using the French face. If you guys are not familiar with French face, feel free to ask me questions. Maxine's Revenge, French face. This is light beige. This is an absolute game changer. An absolute game changer. It is flexible, it's pigment, it's hydrating, but it's not greasy. And you'll be able to see it stays flexible. You can see the skin, but you can layer it. And it won't get stuck in lines and wrinkles. That's one of my big pet peeves. I'm not doing black tie tonight, but particularly when I see women get all dolled up for black tie and they spent all this time, maybe all this money. Oh, it's beautiful on sensitive skin. Absolutely. 100%. I have it in my Pro Kit. I use it on absolutely everyone. Don't be fooled by the packaging that says it was designed for women over 40. I use it on all my people, all the time. Acne, rosacea, you name it, I'm using it, and it is incredible. I'm just putting a few little dots all over, and then we're gonna come in and buff it down with a big brush. And you can tell, you can really still see my skin, which is exactly what I want. I want to just neutralize a little bit of redness. I have a tiny bit of hyperpigmentation through that area that's just really stubborn. I've been trying to work on it, but it's a little stubborn, but it's so much better now. In fact, you have, Kat, you have rosacea and eczema. Yes, Maxine's Revenge, it's a dream. It's hydrating without being greasy. It grips to the skin. You can control it enough that if you wanted a full coverage foundation, I could get a full coverage foundation, but you'd still be able to see my skin. And see how I just did tiny little dots around my face, but it's neutralized. Now I am going to go in some areas and potentially do a little bit more, but I'm not going to start out with a whole lot because I don't feel like I need to. And you may have noticed I haven't put anything underneath my eyes yet. My trick is to do inner corner, outer corner lids first, and you'll find that you use so much less makeup when you do that. And sometimes I'll let this sit and just kind of set up on my lid first, but we're not even going to bother with that because I'm going to come right in with probably a cream shadow and blend that over. You know what? I used light beige all over, believe it or not. Sometimes I use fair cream or fair peach on my eyelids, but I don't really want to go, I do that sometimes at night. It just depends on the look. I don't want to go too white around the lids because I find that when I do that, it can make me look like I've got like a lot of makeup right there. And I am wearing something strapless. My body has a little bit of color on it because I have a little body makeup on. So I'm not going to go super white on the face because it would end up just looking a little odd. But let's see here. I do need to put some color here because my neck experienced some redness. I tried a new neck mask last night that left me a little bit red, and I'm just pulling that down right now. But I've got to warm up the rest of my face, right? To kind of get that to have, you know, the head needs to match the body because I'm going to be showing shoulders and everything. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to probably use a combination of a Chanel, but I'm going to come in with, is this deep chestnut? This is deep chestnut. So I'm going to come in with deep chestnut, and I'm going to use this as a bronzer. So, and this is another trick that we've all been doing for years, and nobody's really been talking about all that much until Leah started talking about it. Thank goodness. We've always had, as pros, different colored concealers in our kit. And once you tend to find a product that you personally really, really love, you know, a finish that works for your skin, a finish that looks beautiful on your skin, you want to push that back into your ear. It's important, and it's a great tip to use that same formula all over the face. Now you'll see I've gone a little wild with this. So we're going to blend it in and blend it down. Now keep in mind that this is all going to get pushed around, but because my body is so warm, I do have to warm up my face to match it, but I still want to be able to see my skin through that. So I need to do a little bit of a check here and make sure that it's not too much. And you'll notice that I'm not being precious about this. I'm not being, you know, I'm not drawing a super map all over my face and sticking with it. I'm just giving myself a little bit of depth and a little bit of warmth. I'm then going to come in with one of my favorite products. This is our Chanel Le Beige. And wait till you see the sad state of affairs with this baby. Yeah, almost empty. But I like this one because it's very gentle. It does reflect a little bit of light, but I can just go right over. I can come in and under And it's a nice soft wash of color. So we'll see when I'm out from under these lights. We'll get a better feel. I want to make sure my chin isn't super white or red. But again, I'll get to look at that as we go. Voila. I mean, that's pretty much what we're doing. I use the original shade in Chanel. And I think I've had it forever, which is why it's almost so empty. But it lasts for so long. Plus, I've changed my hair color recently. It's a little richer. It's a little darker. And it's closer to my face. So I need to warm up my skin a little bit more. And we'll see if I continue to do that as we go here. But in the meanwhile, I am going to actually dip into one of my summer products. I hope it's here. Yes, it is. I'm going to dip into one of my summer products because I love the sheen and I love the stain of it. I'm kind of trying to think, do I want to go red? Do I want to go with my orange? The lip that I'm going to do, I'll show you guys. The lip that I'm going to do tonight is actually Carolyn Bessette Kennedy's, one of her signature lips. It's a nice sheer red. I can show you guys. You know what? Let me show you. Do you guys want to wait? I'll show you what I'm going to do for lip. It's actually in my little case. Okay, we just did the check in the other light and my skin looks beautiful. So thank you, Maxine's Revenge. We love you so much. So if any of you have been following me, there was a little saga as to which evening bag I was going to carry. I do need to wipe this off. It has fingerprints on it from the other evening, but this thing is a masterpiece. I think everyone at the table was grabbing this, so it's covered in fingerprints. But let me show you how cool this is. So it has its little handle. It's a full purse, but look at how incredible it is. Did I have some? Oh yeah, I took the lid off of that. So mind you, I have to clean this up. We're missing a mirror here, but I have a little velvet bag that I'm going to pin to this so that I can keep little treasures in it. So that's how I'm going to solve the mirror problem. This opens and gives you extra space. So you can kind of put your ID, cash, credit cards right in there. And you have a mirror, a lipstick, and this has, we had a little loose party powder at the last dinner party. And then we have, I put a little swan's down puff in here to touch up with, but the lipstick, I'm particularly thrilled about this. And I don't even know. I will list for you guys where you can find this. I'm wearing this, no lip liner. Again, going a very kind of just a effortless chic look. I'm gonna actually do a little bit of this. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about any of the products that I have listed here, let me know. I love how sheer it is too. But it gives you, you know, it's that perfect red that gives you just the right amount of color and just the right amount of finish. And it's just cool. And I love having a sheer red lip with dark nails. So this is this, and it's so funny, isn't it? It's like some nights you can spend so much time on your makeup and it just doesn't ever do it. And then others, it all comes together. I don't want to speak too soon because we all know how that goes, right? I'm going to use a little loose powder. Do I have a brush? Yes, I do. I'm going to use just a little bit of the one size. I've been experimenting with this. It's fine. I like it. I think a lot of you probably have it because people have been selling it like crazy on the TikTok shop. So I'm just going to hit the center parts of my face. And I did go a little bit under my eyes, not much, but because I'm going for a little bit of that 90s clean sort of a look, this is how it's going to be. I think I might go with something a little shimmery on my eyes. And I am not sure if we're going to do anything with eyeliner or what we're going to do with mascara. I'm meeting some of my husband's friends or former co-workers that I haven't ever met before. So I probably shouldn't go all that crazy, right? Now, for those of you that have been with me for a long time, I want you guys to notice how much less I had to focus on dark spots through here and hyperpigmentation throughout my skin. I absolutely attribute that to using Ulu RX, which I've used since June 13th. And while you guys are on this live, I'm timing the time frame on this live. So if any of you guys want to level up your skincare, if you're already using great skincare but you want to take it to the next level, I cannot recommend. They're starting with their blue copper, working into their trifecta. I can tell you guys more about that. And anybody that goes into my link and purchases while I'm live will be able to get a bottle of their supplements with the blue label as a complimentary gift for being on this live. Ulu RX is very kind and very generous to us, but you'll notice with the blue copper, because it's a pharmaceutical grade copper, Ulu RX is a pharmacy. I've noticed that my skin is smoother, it's tighter, even through my neck, which that's tough. And my dark spots, my pigmentation, I mean, you just saw me do evening makeup, and what did I use? A little concealer strategically placed in a few places. That's truly, it's because I've taken care of my skin for years, but I was starting to feel like, what are we going to do? How are we going to get to the next level? So, oh, thank you, Marla. And Ulu RX has been a game changer for me there. So you guys were asking, somebody asked about under eyes. So I started by putting concealer here, and then across my lid. I still haven't done anything underneath. I definitely will, but I might wait until the end because I'm still not totally sure what I'm going to do to my eyes. I might do, sorry, I'm making up my mind in real time here. I might do something that has a little light reflection, but that isn't super va-va-va-boom with color. And I do, Charlotte Tilbury has a great little paint pot for that. Tom Ford, Charlotte Tilbury. A lot of people don't know that Charlotte worked on Tom's line before. No. Yeah, okay, so I'm so glad that someone just asked us a wonderful question. They said, does contour always need to be followed with baking? I can't get it to look good. No, absolutely not. And you may not necessarily always really need to contour in the way that you're thinking of contour. I haven't contoured. What I've done is I used the Maxine's Revenge here as a bronzer, and then I pulled it in right under here. Using a contour, if it's gray, is not going to look good in real life. And what you're going to end up looking like is like you have gray streaks on your face, and it's gonna look really unnatural and costume-like. Hi, Val, how are you? So we use gray-based contour products as professional makeup artists. We use those when we're controlling the light. When we're in a photo studio, we're under hot lights, we're trying to create shadows, we want to create something that's moody, and we know exactly where the light's going to fall. That's when we're totally cool using a gray contour, because like if I put my hand in front of my face, a shadow is going to be gray. But when you're out in real life, and I'm under lights here, but when you're out in real life, you want more of a bronzer under here, because you're gonna just look like you have weird gray makeup on your face in the wrong weird places. You're gonna look like you're running around with theater makeup on. There are some bronzers or like bronzing sticks that they're warm, they're bronzy, but they don't have shimmer, and they have a little tiny bit of a gray in there. Those are okay, but you still have to be careful with them because they can still give you just kind of a weird looking undertone. So you want to be careful, and I hope that this is helpful, because I hope I just freed you from feeling like you have to do crazy contour, because you really don't. And sometimes what actually adds the dimension in your face is adding bright high points. So for example, you could come in, like I will sometimes come in with my Maxine's Revenge in my lightest shade, and I will put that, rather than spending a lot of time bringing focus down here, I'll even put it here and here, and you can see tiny little tiny little bits here, and then maybe there, if I want to bring that up, but I want to leave my nose kind of bronzy. My nose always looks funny on here. It's like, looks a lot wider than it really is, or I just am nose blind. That could be one of those things too, but I don't think so. I think there's something with this camera that makes it look a little wider and bigger, but whatever, we're not going to worry about that. There are plenty of other things to focus on. That's not going to be one of them today. Okay, but I am going to come in with just a little bit more Chanel right through here and up here. So, and if I want to, as the evening goes on, I could add a little bit more makeup. I'm debating maybe doing a little Javon Ford. The lights here are a lot brighter than they will be in the restaurant, and I love the sheen that this gives me. It just makes the skin look pretty and flushed. So this is Javon Ford. It's his original Georgia Peach. But truly, this whole look, I have to thank Maxine's Revenge and obviously Ulu RX, because if it weren't for Ulu RX really taking my skin to the next level, I would be wearing probably a little more foundation, and I wouldn't feel as good about wearing basically nothing. So let's see, what am I gonna do? Do I want to wear lipstick? Hi, Moni. How are you? What lipstick is this? I need to look it up for you. I promise I will. It has completely left my brain. I repotted it. So I can't reach over and just look at the shade. Shoot. I can practically see the brand name in my head. Hang on, let me see. Did I put it in here? Let me see. I may have thrown the box in here. Oh, maybe. Okay, what is wrong with me? It's a Scandinavian brand. This is pretty sad, right? This is so sad. Okay, here we go. Got it. It's Face Stockholm Cranberry Veil. And it's amazing. It is, yes. What do I use from Uluarax? So I use the blue copper, and right now, I haven't used it in a little while because I shaved my face, but I'm also using their tretinoin, and I'm not a big lover of tretinoin generally, but theirs, because of the way that they blend it, the bases that they've done, it's incredible. Yes, it's Face Stockholm Cranberry Veil. Incredible. And then I do use their estradiol cream, estriol, once in a while. I haven't used it in a while. I'm out. I need to get more. But I love that. It makes a big difference. So I've been doing the trifecta now for a little while. But the nice thing about the trifecta is you can really control what you do and how you do it. But one thing that I don't ever go without is my blue copper. So that's been one of the things that has really, really, really changed my skin. So yeah, the estriol cream, you know, I like it. I do like it. Should we do an eyeliner? I'm so like, oh, do I want to do an eyeliner? Okay, fine, we'll do it. We'll do it. I should, because I'm kind of getting dressed up. But maybe we'll skip lashes and not do that. Okay, we're gonna curl our lashes. But yes, for those of you that are thinking about Uluarax, they're doing something really cool for my audience, and they are, if you make a purchase during one of my lives, they will add their supplements with the blue stripe and the blue label. So you can go and check that out. So it's a great little gift, and it's something lovely that she does to support my lives and support all of you. So it's a good time to add a product and get a little bonus. It's a nice surprise, right? So that's something that she's doing. And the owner is absolutely extraordinary. There's nothing like having, you know, a team that's really paying attention to your skin, your progress. And there is a little code. There's a link in my bio, but you can also check them out here. You can always ask them lots of questions, and they're lovely. So curling your lashes morning and night has been so wonderful. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you noticed the difference. It makes a big difference, right? It really, really, truly makes a big difference. All right, let's see what we can get away with this evening. I'm thinking we're going to keep these wings, as much as I want to go crazy with them. Ooh, that one's taking a dive. So I'm just going to whisk it away. I need to remember where my little eyelid stickers are. Oh, that's high. Okay, hang on. See, this is what happens to the best of us. You never know what your eyelids are going to do, right? So just have a little thingy handy. Don't panic. You know you have your wonderful Maxine's Revenge. It can act as an eraser. So today I'm going to go way over here, and we're just going to go for it. That works. Since I have bangs, all of a sudden I feel like I can get away with murder. So we're just gonna do it and love it and have fun with it. I've had so much makeup off and on and off and on and off and on and off and on all day today because I've been doing trainings. And I'm actually, believe it or not, even though I am going to be wearing a lot of black tonight, I don't want to meet these people for the first time and look like I have an insane amount of makeup on, which, you know, it's all relative, right? So I am using a brown liquid liner, which I love. And I think it's kind of cool, right? So did you see how I sort of drew like training wheels? Kind of gave myself dots and worked back because my eyes are not even, so I have to kind of figure out where I want them to end. Even that one might fall a little bit. I can live with it today. I might put some eyelid stickers on, we'll see, but I'm cool with it. This, believe it or not, this is Youngblood Cafe. One of the easiest to use and one of the best liquid liners. It is so manageable. It stays where you put it. You can move it if you need to. You guys saw me do it. But once you put it on, it will stay where you put it. And you'll notice I'm not drawing with the tip. I'm just resting the line of it across my lashes, and I'm letting the edge do all the work. So I'm just resting and pulling out. And then if I want to, I can give myself a little bit of a extra line in if I want to kind of be playful. I don't do that a whole lot, but why not? We're going for a little bit of a rock and roll vibe tonight. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm wearing a pair of really beautiful cuffs on my wrist from the 80s that are like a quilted black leather, but they have some gold hardware on them. Are my eyes even? Even enough. Even enough for me to live with. And I didn't think that I was gonna do lashes. That might end up being a game time decision. We'll see. Anyway. Yeah, struggling with your lids, it's a thing. That's why I haven't gone right, like this little one is kind of threatening to crinkle, but that's why I just went a little crazy with it. And if you see, it's a funny looking wing. So I do the wing with the eye totally opened and relaxed. And I might even have to change this a little bit. Oh, it's so crazy. And every day is a different day in the world of wings, which is fine. Every day is a different day, and my poor little eyes have been through it today. I think I was better before. So, So see, I hope this makes you all feel better, that we've all been here. And this is part of the reason that I don't get all that worried about it. And if I'm gonna do a liner, I usually start fairly early and I don't really lock in my color. I mean, I could shorten everything and just leave it like that, but we're not gonna do that today. But I'm gonna keep it here, and you'll see I'm going right over all those folds of skin. It's like, I don't even care that they're there. Doesn't matter to me at all. I'm painting right over them, and it will give them that funny little bat wing that I'm sure you guys have seen everybody and their mother do. But you just fill it in, take it across, and it's a pretty cat eye. Oh, it's high. Damn it. That's the thing. See? Real life, right? This is why one should do their eyeliner. Probably not on camera, but you know what? I think it's nice for you guys to see real life. Okay, so some people might be panicking right now. Don't panic. This is why we have, I mean, if you're rushed, I would just say screw it. Shorten this, leave them here, and put on a ton of mascara on the end. Yeah, Q-tips are amazing. Just keep working on them. And I don't even worry about it. And then let's see here. All right, that'll do. And it's so funny how our eyes have such different shapes to them. I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna perfect it and thin it out on the top, and then we're gonna call it an evening. Because the good news is we have bangs and we have lashes, so all it needs is that little hint. So you can just come in and clean it right up. Perfect, right? Yeah, it's great. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more body through here because it'll create an illusion of them being higher and more even. Perfect, there we go. That's it. That's what we're doing today. And then let's see. I'm gonna come in, let's pull this Q-tip off and throw these away. There we go. What do you guys think? Thank you, Val. They're settling in. You know, the first couple of days they were like this. They were like, hi, hello, hello. In fact, earlier I had one that was like sticking straight up. They were like, hello, hi, we're bangs, we're here. We're here to stay. Nice to meet you. Pleasure, pleasure. Hello, these are Hillary Clark Mina's bangs. Hope you like them. Hi, hi, how are you? We got bangs. They were quite something for a couple of days. So I've been wearing headbands and scarves and all kinds of things to pull them down and get them to behave themselves with, you know, moderate results. Okay, let's take a look at some eyelashes. Oh, did I brought some? Do we want to do eyelashes? Again, I have not met these people before. But they are quite fancy. So, and of course I can't get a straight answer out of my husband as far as what they're like. Oh, I think they're nice. Let's do it right. Okay. We're gonna do lashes. We're gonna do lashes. All right. Glue. Here we go. I know, they always look good, right? And sometimes I think, no, I'm not gonna do them. But they always do end up, in the end, I'm glad that I did. And because I'm going with such dewy skin and such clean skin, such light eye makeup, with the exception of having a little bit of liner, I can get away with it and I don't look like I'm trying too hard, and I won't look like I have a ton of makeup on. All right, where do I want these to end? I think that's a good spot. And now come in here. Behave, my little friend. Don't get stuck. All right. And then come up, but don't come up too far. And I want you to sit properly in line with my eyeliner. So I'm doing the Sophia Loren sheet. So my actual eyelashes are down here, but I put this lash on in line with my eyeliner, and it blends in, and nobody's gonna be able to tell because I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara here and I'm gonna squish them together. And no one would have any idea. And then I don't have to put mascara on at all, which is lovely. All right, let's see. Gosh, I love these eyelashes. I'm not 100% sure which ones they are, which is like the cardinal rule. I put them back on the tray that I thought I got them off of, and I've ordered them and reordered them, and they just don't seem the same. So, you know, what can you do? I'm just gonna keep wearing them and cleaning them until they absolutely disintegrate, because they are great for my eye. And they've got a nice thick base. Sometimes I like an invisible base because then I don't have to wear eyeliner and I can just wear like even a brown false lash and they just look super natural. But since I've got eyeliner on, I can get away with this. Thank you, Moni. Yeah, we're kind of keeping it pretty simple this evening, but I've got to get this corner up, behave, and then let me secure this inner corner. So this is a total magic trick that I've done here. The inner corner of this lash is almost married to the inside of my lash line there. The outer corner is way above, and it is in line. Was it too far over? No, it's fine. We're gonna live with it. It's too far. One more time. And the glue that I'm using, I will show you guys, because glue makes a huge difference. I like this one because it stays once I push it, but I do get a little extra playtime. Usually, not always. And yeah, it wants to stick high there. No, don't stick up there. You've got to come down. The devil's in the details when it comes to eyelashes. No, you can't live there. You have to come down. All right, hang on. I'm going to have to use you guys as a mirror. I don't know if I can use you guys as a mirror. It's dark in here. Come on. Oh, you are kidding me. Go in and down. Well, I'm gonna have, this is a two-handed job on that inner corner. What am I gonna do here? Let me do this. Oh, the things we have to do for beauty, right? All right, so this, you are gonna have to go down in there and stay. Okay. And then what I'm going to come in and do is I'm going to pull a little bit of my liner right back over it to marry that band with the eye. And you have to have a little bit of a careful touch there. And we're going to pull you across. Never a dull moment. All right. I think that'll do. They look even to me there. And they look even to me here. Sorry to block you guys, but you know, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do when it comes to getting her lashes on, right? Okay, so there we go. And then I can come in, and I'm seeing in real life, I can have even a slightly tiny bit more coverage right here and right here. So I like to get all of my makeup on and then come in and do finishing. So for anybody that was asking me about contouring, I'm doing the reverse down here. I'm perfecting my skin with a tone that's a little bit lighter, which is giving me a little bit of that lift. We don't want it to go there. So it gives you sort of that reverse contour feel, which to me looks a little more natural, a little more effortless. My hair's gonna move around this. It's gonna brush it up and soften it up. You don't have to do, you know, highlighter, blush, bronzer, contour, then more highlight. It's like so much to deal with. But getting things evened out makes a big difference. You'll be glad that you did. But you don't want to have to make yourself crazy. And then I'm just coming in, cleaning up some of my little skid marks, touching up again my two little broken capillaries. And is that eye flat looking? I might need to fill in a little bump there. My whole decision to put on lashes may have been a little, could have just gone with like a naked eye, but whatever, we're committed, we've done it, and that's that. So here we are, and we're just cleaning up and filling in, just last little finishing touches. So again, not a lot going on under the eye, but just giving it a nice finished feel. And I will maybe remember to take some pictures. I'm so bad about that. It's kind of like, you know, there's so many people that if they didn't photograph it, did it even happen? And I'm so the opposite. I want to be present for everything that's happening. So I always forget to take photos. And I think my mother may have been, you know, she was an off again, on again photo person when we were kids. And when she was on with the whole photo thing, she was so embarrassing. So I kind of tend to not be all that focused on it, but it is nice to have photos once in a while. Right, and that's looking different to you guys because the light is shining on the high points. I think we're done. I might do a little bit of a brow just because that's civilized, but I'm not gonna go too crazy here. Yeah, I think living in the moment is the best too. I know, I had a birthday dinner the other night and my mom emailed me or texted me this morning And she was like, how was the party? Did you get your photos? Did you take photos? And I would thought, you know what? I think a bunch of the other people took photos. Some of my girlfriends did, so they'll have to send them to me because we just didn't do it. Again, I'm not going crazy with the brow. I do really like this brow, by the way, for anybody that has holes that they need to fill in. You guys know I always have that one weird hole right there. Again, I'm just kind of like letting this scrappy haircut do its thing, which means I can have untamed brows. This is by Huda. I think this is the only thing that I own by her. And it's nice because there are some fibers in this thing, but they aren't like hardcore. And it doesn't make my brows bushy, and it's a nice neutral color for my brows. Let me tell you exactly what it is. This is Huda Bomb Brows, full and fluffy. No idea what the color is. I would gander that it is something in the blonde range. So, oh, what am I doing tonight? Tonight I am going out with some friends of my husband's that I've never met before. And they're not from his music world. They're from his business world. I mean, not that music isn't business, obviously it is, but from his finance world, his finance days, which he was still doing music even then, but the guy's a genius, what can I say? You know, music and math, they go together. So I'm going out with a couple, and it's actually this gentleman was the professor of one of the husbands that was at my birthday dinner over the weekend. So there you go. Small world, right? And nobody met all through each other. It's all kind of by happenstance that everybody knows each other. So I'm going to wear a collar, necklace. So I'm just doing teeny tiny earrings. No big deal. Statement cuffs, statement collar, and a strapless jumpsuit and a jacket. And then this is here. Oh, thank you, Moni. You're so good. Yes, his music's amazing. I'll put his little link in here. You guys can, he's just released some new videos, which are not on TikTok, but you guys know where to find that kind of stuff, right? And you can find him. And CD Baby has like one page for him that just has like an audio file. So you want to look for the one that has videos. And he's doing a fun series right now. He's doing like kind of rocker, sing, gospel. That hasn't been released yet. Kind of rocker, sing, you know, Bruno Mars, I think is what he just released. Kind of rocker, sing, and he's got all of these different genres that are not rock. Yeah, the official video for his original song is great. So he has 5 albums, original music, but he is showing some of his vocal range by doing some versions, his own work on some other classics that you guys recognize, so everyone knows it. And you've probably heard a lot of his music before and you just didn't know it because he does score music for films, television, even video games. So his music's been out there and around for a long time, and he's quite a talent. So anyway, thank you for saying that. I can't really say that, Moni, on this channel. So,